The Air Six-Free Maze Purifier is the world's only device that truly filters toxic airborne particulates and aerosols. Its core design returns the duty of air cleaning to machines, so people no longer act as living filters. Air Six-Free means dust-free, germ-free, toxin-free, smoke-free, odor-free, and heavy metal-free. 5 purification steps. Step 1: Ionization zone. Dual electrostatic pre-filters. Captures dust, pollen, plastic, microparticles, VOCs, and toxic gases. Step 2: Secondary ionization stage. Neutralizes pathogens and toxins. Charges all remaining particles and aerosols negative. Prepares them for final capture. Step 3: Electrostatic collection maze box. The sacrificial black box permanently locks away ultrafine pollutants. Aerosol droplets lose water in airflow. Residual toxins deposit onto positive plates. Solidly plated, irreversibly fixed. Step 4: Maze effect. Forces airflow through repeated sharp turns. Nanotoxins collide with surfaces and are completely adsorbed. Step 5: Output pure, toxin-free, pure air. System delivers the purest air on Earth. Dust-free, germ-free, toxin-free, smoke-free, odor-free, heavy metal-free. Conclusion: this is more than a filter. It is the one true key to unlocking humanity's lifespan shackles.
Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're jumping into some source material that's, well, it's highly assertive, pretty philosophical, and honestly, quite provocative.
Oh, absolutely. These sources demand we kind of rethink, well, everything about health and aging.
Yeah, exactly. We're diving into this worldview from an author known just as the Master, Fuchi Wu. The focus is on this concept called human paradise, the start point of longevity and deep repair sleep.
Right. And it's not just philosophy. We've also got technical details on a specific air purification device meant to actually create this paradise.
So our mission today is pretty clear. We need to unpack the really dramatic claim at the heart of all this.
Which is?
The Master basically says, look, you're not getting sick or old by chance. You're actually being slowly poisoned to death by your environment.
It's a radical starting point, isn't it? A really stark diagnosis. And it underpins their entire solution. They argue, basically, if you rule out, getting hit by a bus or starving.
Right. Immediate physical trauma.
Yeah. Then the way everyone eventually dies is just from an overload of toxins building up in the body.
So in this view, getting sick isn't random bad luck. It's just your body showing signs it's losing the fight against the environment.
Exactly. Functional disorders like the flashing red light and organ decay. That's just the inevitable result when the toxic load gets too high.
Okay.
And they get really specific about how this happens. The sources lay out 4 main ways these toxins get into us.
Let's break those down. The first one they mention, the one they call the most dangerous. That's airborne toxins just from breathing.
Yeah, and it's way beyond just like visible smog. They're talking acids, alkalis, exhaust fumes, VOCs, even things like plasticizers, perfume, smoke.
But the real kicker, according to them, is the ultrafine stuff.
Particulate matter, specifically PM 0.1 and even smaller aerosols, stuff that's incredibly tiny.
Right, because PM 2.5 is already bad news, but PM 0.1 is like, what, 25 times smaller?
Exactly. And the source claims these particles are so small, they just slip past all our body's natural filters in, the nose and throat.
So where do they go?
Straight down deep into the lungs, into the alveoli, and boom, right into the bloodstream. Then they can travel literally anywhere.
Wow. Okay. So that's the air. What's number 2? The stuff we eat and drink.
Yeah. Food and water toxins. This is maybe more familiar ground. Pesticides, heavy metals, lead, mercury, cadmium, plus things like chlorine, fluorides in water.
And these tend to build up where?
Mostly in the organs that process everything, liver, kidneys, intestines, putting constant stress on them.
Okay, makes sense. And the third one, this one's a bit surprising, dermal absorption. Through the skin.
Yeah, it's everything we put on our skin, or even just touch. Cosmetics, cleaners, dyes, sunscreen. But they also specifically mention toxic molecules leaching from plastic or metal things we wear, like jewelry.
Huh. So even your accessories could be contributing to this toxic load.
According to the source, yes. The idea is these chemicals get absorbed through pores, sweat glands, straight into the blood. It really makes you think about, well, everything you interact with.
It really does.
Look.
Okay, and the fourth source.
Drugs and environment. It covers two things. The secondary toxins your body creates when it metabolizes medicines.
Byproducts.
Right. And also the continuous off-gassing from stuff in our homes, volatile organic compounds, VOCs from furniture, carpets, building materials. It's just constantly there.
Okay, so those are the 4 ways in. Then what happens? How do they build up?
The sources describe a kind of 3-step process. Step 1. The toxin has to enter the bloodstream. Doesn't matter which of the 4 routes it took.
Got it.
Step 2. It gets distributed, carried all around the body to all the organs and tissues.
And step 3 is where the real damage happens.
That's deposition and fixation. The toxins actually bond with cells or just get lodged in tissues. The concentration keeps rising and rising.
Until you hit that saturation point.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's the tipping point for functional failure, for disease.
And this is the link to aging.
Right. The master claims inhaling toxins makes you sick, and poor sleep because of those toxins makes you age faster.
Which leads to that really stark conclusion. Trying to treat sickness with medicine is pointless if you don't change the environment. They use that phrase, trochiro.
Yeah, taking medicine is futile. Why? Because if you're constantly breathing in poison, the medicine is just patching symptoms.
Like bailing water from a boat with a huge hole in it.
Precisely. You have to fix the environment. Your body just can't keep up with repairs if it's being constantly poisoned. Especially, they argue, while you sleep.
Okay, so let's pivot then. If the environment is the problem, the solution has to be creating a pure environment. This human paradise, or woo. What is it, actually?
Well, they're very clear. It's not just, a dream or a metaphor. It's a specific physical setup. A small room designed for sleeping and deep repair.
And it involves
3 main parts. First, this special purifier, the Air Six-Free Maze Purifier. It uses something called strongest non-toxic airflow guidance technology.
Second,
A physical barrier system, the door fan air barrier, or Sleep Little Heaven. Its job is to create stable air pressure, like an airlock, so no dirty air leaks in.
right, keep the clean zone clean.
Exactly. And third, the room itself has to be carefully designed and controlled. Materials that don't off-gas, that sort of thing.
Now, paradise sounds expensive,
Yeah.
but they actually stress affordability, don't they?
They do, very strongly. This isn't meant to be some luxury item for the super rich. They claim it's designed for the mass market.
How so?
They mention a target operational cost, like a monthly rent, of around $149 USD. The idea is that workers, older people, young people, everyone should be able to access this kind of radical health improvement. It shouldn't be an elite thing.
That's a key part of the pitch.
Right.
But okay, for that price, the tech has to be really effective, especially against those tiny PM0.1 particles that regular filters struggle with. Let's get into that purifier, the Air Six-Free Maze Purifier. It has a U.S. patent, right?
US 826-8058B2. And the core idea is pretty simple, conceptually. Let the machine do all the air cleaning work so your lungs don't have to act like a filter anymore.
Okay, how does it actually achieve that? They list 5 steps.
Yeah, a 5-step process combining electrical charges and physical design. Step 1 is the initial capture, an ionization zone plus dual electrostatic pre-filters. These grab the bigger stuff, dust, pollen, most VOCs, microplastics.
Sort of like a first pass.
Exactly. Then step 2 gets more technical. A secondary ionization stage. This does a couple of things. It zaps pathogens, breaks down some chemicals.
But the key part.
The key is it puts a negative charge on every single particle left, no matter how small. Even the nanotoxins, the PM0.1. This primes them electrically to be caught.
Ah, so it makes everything susceptible to being captured, setting the trap.
Right. And step 3 is the trap. The electrostatic collection maze box. They call it the sacrificial black box.
Catchy name.
It is. And here, those negatively charged ultrafine particles get pulled onto positively charged plates inside. The sources say they're solidly plated and irreversibly fixed, locked away.
Which is different from a HEPA filter where tiny things might get through or the filter needs changing often.
Exactly. This is designed for permanent capture of even the smallest stuff. Then there's step 4, which uses the physical design, the maze effect.
The air doesn't just flow straight through.
No, it's forced through lots of really sharp turns at high speed. The idea is any tiny nanotoxins that somehow dodge the electric fields will slam into the walls during these turns.
It gets stuck there.
Yeah, absorbed onto the surfaces like a final mechanical failsafe.
So after all that, What comes out? Step 5.
The promised Six-Free air. 100% pure, toxin-free air, specifically. Dust-free, germ-free, toxin-free, smoke-free, odor-free, and heavy metal-free. The goal is extreme purity for that deep repair sleep.
Okay, this is where it all comes together. The tech meets the philosophy. What do they claim actually happens when someone sleeps in this environment? The results.
They claim the impact is immediate and profound. People apparently report after just one night that they never slept so well. They wake up feeling like a different person.
And the reason given goes right back to the start, doesn't it?
It does. They weren't being gas poisoned awake all night. Without that constant pollution load, their immune system wasn't suppressed, and their body could finally achieve real, deep repair sleep. It shifts sleep from being about how long to how clean the environment is.
And this isn't just about feeling rested, is it? They connect it directly to longevity.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Better sleep is just the start. The human paradise is positioned as your start point for longevity. The whole message is about not aging in the typical way, living in this paradise you deserve.
The rhetoric is really something, asking who wouldn't want to wake up like an immortal.
It's very strong. And they get almost prophetic about the rollout. They predict the first 500 units will create this massive global demand they won't be able to meet for years. Because, they argue, once you experience this level of purity, this non-toxic extreme bliss, you just can't go back. The contrast is too stark.
And the people who use it first, they have a special name for them.
Yeah, not customers, not users. They call them fibers. Fibers who will change destiny. They're described as the first wave of non-variant evolving humans.
Meaning?
People who sleep properly, wake up clear-headed, don't get sick as often, live longer because their environment is controlled.
And crucially, they're not called believers.
No, explicitly not. They are witnesses. Witnesses to a transformation. The source material really hammers this point. This is a marketing spin. It's not faith. It's a claimed objective outcome of controlling the environment. Creating environment, not creating gods.
Okay, so let's just wrap our heads around the whole system they're presenting here. It's a complete package, isn't it?
Totally. You've got the diagnosis. Slow, inevitable poisoning from the environment leads to sickness and death.
Then the solution. An accessible, high-tech controlled environment. The human paradise.
And finally, the claimed result. Deep physical repair, better sleep, and ultimately a shot at real longevity.
It's fascinating how they boil down so many complex, modern health issues to this one core problem. Toxic load, primarily from the air we breathe.
Right. It's a critique, but also a very specific, patented blueprint for, well, escaping that reality.
Which leaves us, and you listening, with a pretty challenging thought, doesn't it? If we take their extreme premise seriously, even for a moment, if the root of sickness and aging really is mostly about accumulated toxins, and if experiencing total purity makes the normal world unbearable, then what small, maybe unseen compromises are we all making every single day in our current environment?
What damage is already being done just by breathing, even without this paradise option?
Exactly. It definitely makes you think differently about the simple act of taking a breath.